Raise your hand if you've got your Patty license. Well, then come on in. It's time to watch boxing at the Atlantis. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Sebastian Fandora. Can you imagine having to deal with this guy's frame? They call him, of course, Saul Canelo.
This bout is good.
All the talking. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. You believe what we are seeing. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that.
Whoa, Johnny! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to get caught. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made looks.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just missing with the uppercut. If you're a counter-puncher, then basically you do the counter-attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counter-puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They exchange punches. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter punch. Missing with the left uppercut. Misses with the straight left. Well done with that counter shot. Missing with the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same...
That's get it started in round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out?
Yep. Why? Why you want to play
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
now. Share your voice when you're streaming because it's not shared though. Share it. See it.
I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Here's the bell to start round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That uppercut does not score. He misses with that straight left. Deciding to let it down here in this round. What do you think of this fight so far, John?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. People can still get caught. So you've got to go for those popped areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout. On to the 5th we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing off and then walking you down. It's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That counter shot lands. And parries that left jab away. A lot of effort being exerted here. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in
Who's
the
playing
next
that?
round.
Who's playing that? Who's playing that?
On to the 6th round.
Yeah, don't play
Coming off
that.
that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this could be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Beautiful counter shot. There's a counter shot. And now Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
A shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's calling the instructions. They're telling you to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move, get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Need to turn this around halfway through.
Remember fighting Brandon Holyfield, he could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Nice counter. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. It's not over till it's over, but that...
What do you want?
It's round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. Let's see that They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe-for-toe or do they play defense here? You can see that heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. As we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of it and the will to continue. to beat the count there.
Down
goes the towering Inferno. You could
Like
see it
it
in their
knocked
eyes.
out,
They
knocked
saw
out,
that
it's
punch
difficult.
coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Numbers.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go.
He's got another ad there too. I forget what it is.
Started with Alvarez in that last round.
They believe that.
And there's the bell for round 8. And there's the bell to start the round. Good counter punch. How about that time counter shot? You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. That punch is beginning to take its toll. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6. They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
God, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a scoring blow. That counter punch caught him clean. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. And that's it. A unanimous decision.
Can you show me how? Show me how? Oh, okay. How about that two for $25? You get one app and 2 entrees, like Raheem, grilled cheese, cheeseburger. Sound good to you? Smart kid. Hey, Applebee's 2 for $25. One app and 2 entrees.
What's going on there, man?
We meaning other ad lib.
Yo, General's back in the building. Charles. Tell him man ease up.
Fucking pussy.
Welcome to what many consider to be the new home for boxing. We are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Kingdom Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I...
It's TFB. Hector.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, in the United States, an electrifying...
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
We see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Good right jab.
Eagles. Eagles.
They're losing
Oh,
already.
and he caught him with a left hook.
No, it's still 0-0. They were moving the ball, but then Hurts fumbled it.
They both want the knockout.
Yeah, at least got a field goal out of that.
Nice counter. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And Lopez is dazed. How are they still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good counter punching. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. How about that time counter shot? They missed with the jab.
See that?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. And there's the bell to start round 2. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't...
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. And the takeover's in some big trouble now. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
These days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're swinging it. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. Punch, counter punch. Jab not finding its target. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter lands. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter punch right up the very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Whooping.
Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to... On to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Insane action. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Single jab.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Ooh, Camacho is in trouble. Oh, wait a minute. Camacho. Down goes Hector Camacho. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I need to see that again.
I'm looking at his eyes too. Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hector. Here we go to the fourth round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Good counter punch. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. That counter shot lands. Well done with that counter shot. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
It's still 0-0 right now. Just second quarter. And Green Bay.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard.
Yeah, wow. Wow. I can respect a guy like that. Yeah, I mean, it's 20 degrees out over there.
Like
They said might snow
someone
too.
use a jab
Yeah,
here
they
to
said might snow.
establish a boxing presence, but no, they
It's
just
cold
want
over
to
there.
fight.
Eagles are actually underdogs in this game.
Scores.
Yeah, they're like the first time in a long time since the Super Bowl, I think. But the Packers are missing a bunch of guys. I don't know. Let's see how this plays out.
They exchange punches. Tiafimo in some real trouble here. Let's talk about Tiafimo Lopez that last round. Time for the 5th round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. These punches coming from every angle. There's a counter shot. And he scores with the counter. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What?
No, not yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, sure.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels, but look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more.
And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3,
4. We've seen in this round. Let's talk about Tiafimo. There's the bell to start round 6. And there's the bell to start the round. That counter punch caught him clean. So much firepower here. There's the jab, but does not score. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Catch and shoot. Those counter punches have to hurt. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
He threw the hook, didn't land. He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They blocked the left there. just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Nice counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last one. Round 8, and we're off again. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure.
Oh my God.
He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
He had outside throw.
Teofimo Lopez might be ready to go. Looks like trouble was averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punch. And the Teofimo Lopez goes down. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that.
A shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. There's a counter shot. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Who has the cheese so short? Who pays you cash and help? None of this. The commissioners are supposed to. And official sponsor is still parking. Yep, that's about it. Here, happens on land, on field, in care settings, in every moment. So it's game time. Every detail is executed with precision. Everybody, we all have a role to play. And we've got one.
Who could forget May 18th, 2024, Tyson Fury versus Usyk right here at the Kingdom Arena. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no...
Janabek Alimkhanuly, the unified middleweight champion of the world. What a decorated amateur career he had with a Roy Jones Jr. was controversially denied a gold medal.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Zelandi in Kazakhstan, introducing a unified middleweight champion of the world, known as Kazakh Style.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Beautiful counter punch. Catch and shoot. He misses with that straight left. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on you, thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on you.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And he scores with the counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Janabek in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Leaves a knockout without...
Here we go for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. He did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Counter punching. puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. And there's the bell for round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. That counter shot lands. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Misses with the straight left. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. He is down big time on the score. On to the 4th we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
So far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Perfect counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. How about that time counter shot? Every time very close round with 10 seconds to go. Janibek that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
That's a bitch, man.
And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire, fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Both men step back for just a moment. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Beautiful counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got that thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second.
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You'd like to see more jabs. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nobody home with that hook. They exchange punches. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That last round. Talk. Round 7, here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny? Nice counter. Holding nothing back here in the round. shot. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Those counter punches have to hurt. They miss with the jab. Stamina is off the charts. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
That's lights
Oh
out
my God,
right
this guy
there.
puts like a little fucking thing there.
Let's talk about Johnnenbeck in that last round. And there's the bell for round 8. How to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Done. You
As
fucking
we
bitch.
take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
Oh my God.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Resilience, to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Missing with that jab. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class.